We're seeing Pokemon card prices lower than they have been in the past 2 years, but with Brilliant Stars coming out, a set that is centered around Charizard chase cards, will this last? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, that God loves you, and that there is an awesome plan for your life. Before we jump into this topic of the fact that the Pokemon bubble has seemingly burst and that prices are plummeting, I want to make sure you know that I am going to be doing an insane 10,000 subscriber giveaway here very soon on the 28th of July. I will be opening up every single Sword and Shield booster box and giving away all the packs live on YouTube. If you haven't entered that giveaway, make sure to click the link in the description below so you can get your entries, and all of my channel members, if you join the channel right there with the join button, are going to get extra entries into extra giveaways. This is going to be on January 28th. We're going to open over 400 packs of Pokemon cards live on YouTube and give them all away to you guys.
Today's video is sponsored by Invasion Toys. Invasion Toys is a great place to find all of your favorite collectibles and trading cards. Make sure to download the Invasion Toys app for push notifications on restocks of the season's hottest items, and use code Applesauce when you check out to save 10% on your order of $20 or more.
So it's been a crazy, 18 months, almost 2 years of Pokemon. Lots of crazy things have happened, and the Pokemon collecting hobby just kind of spiked and went crazy. And there's been a lot of things that have happened in this time frame. We had Logan Paul open first edition base set booster boxes and sell them for record amounts. And just a couple weeks ago, we had Logan Paul get scammed on $3.5 million worth of Pokemon base set first edition fake booster case purchasing, and a ton of stuff in between. And what we saw happen in this past year and a half, 2 years, is we saw the Pokemon market skyrocket to levels like never seen before. For instance, I had a PSA 7.5 base set Charizard Unlimited release that sold for $1,250 at the height of all the craziness. And now my PSA 8 that I have back there in my collection is probably worth like $700 or $800. We've seen lots of crazy price adjustments. And something that's really interesting is we had a big restock on some of the newest sets: Evolving Skies, Vivid Voltage, Fusion Strike, Darkness Ablaze, tons of restocks, to the point where those are even on eBay listed for crazy prices. I want to say Evolving Skies, Darkness Ablaze, and Vivid Voltage, you could hop on eBay right now and buy booster boxes for $120 or lower, which is a great price. All three of those sets are great and they're fun to open. You can even jump on eBay right now and buy Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, and Battle Styles for, I think, almost under $90 each. Under $90 each is an insane price for a booster box of Pokemon cards. So I think it's safe to say that the bubble has definitely burst, that the hype is kind of leveling out, because you can actually find things in stores again. As you've seen, I've actually been able to start a Pokemon card hunting series playlist where I go out and go Pokemon card hunting because there's actually things in stock at stores. And so we're seeing better prices, we're seeing things be in stock, and that's a big pause. The time is now. If there was things that you were waiting on, if there was things that you wanted to buy to add to your collection, if there was booster box that you wanted to have 2 or 3 or 4 of them to hold on to for 5, 6, 7, 8 years to either sell later in the future or to be able to open something fun and nostalgic. That's something that I love to do. I love to save 2 or 3 booster boxes of every set so that a couple years down the line, if there's something expensive that I want to fund, I have that ability. Or if I just want to open an Evolving Skies booster box in 5 years when it's selling for $300 or $400, I can go pull an Evolving Skies booster box out because it's such a fun and fantastic set and not have to pay out the wazoo because it has matured in value over those years, and actually be able to have fun opening it. So the time is now to pick things up if you're wanting to add some cool stuff to your collection that maybe you didn't buy before, maybe you didn't have the money to buy, or maybe you were smart enough not to give in to FOMO like I talk about so so many times. Guys, if this is your first time here, I bring y'all 2 to 3 videos a week on Pokemon, so if you want to stay up to date to all kinds of fun Pokemon videos, make sure to hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And even if we look outside of sealed product, if we look at single cards, just the prices of singles has plummeted. I made a video a couple weeks ago showing the top 10 cards of 2021, and the most expensive card was $170. And some of the best pulls from the most hyped and anticipated set of 2021 Pokemon Celebration, they're not even hitting $100. The Charizard, last I looked, was worth like 85 bucks. I'm sure some of y'all watching have probably spent $1,000, $2,000, maybe more than that, ripping open Celebrations to try and find the Charizard, when the Charizard's worth $85 now, when it was worth $200 or $300. I saw somebody on Facebook earlier today selling a Celebrations Master Set for $300. An English Celebrations Master Set for $300. And this is not bad. These are good things. This is showing that what I preach all the time is very, very true, that as soon as things come out, it's crazy, and then they level out. And then in end of 2020, all of 2021, that initial upward spike was just skewed out of proportion and crazy. But we're seeing things come back to a little bit of normal, where it kind of feels easy almost to be a Pokemon card collector again. While there may be certain things that are popular that are harder to find, like the Evolution alternate art boxes right now, those aren't the easiest to find because they're popular. There's probably going to be another wave of them. And even beyond that, we're seeing Pokemon put out things that are from 2017. The knockout boxes that have like Cosmic Eclipse packs in them are being spotted at Walgreens across the nation. I may be in the middle of a Pokemon card hunting video trying to find some of those. I've been to several Walgreens and have had no luck finding them. If I can find some, that'll be a nice fun Pokemon card hunting video for you guys, but there's a little tip for y'all. But I think it's safe to say that the bubble has, for lack of a better term, the bubble's burst for now. And that doesn't mean that Pokemon popularity is down. That just means that a ton of the people that entered into the hobby to make a bunch of money off of you and me are finally leaving. And the reality is there is still a massive demand for Pokemon product. There's still a massive popularity for Pokemon. There's still tons of people that collect Pokemon. There's more people that collect than I think they can actually release. So that does mean there is still going to be a little bit of challenge from time to time getting the things that are more popular. But the huge difference is that a lot of the people that didn't care about anything but waiting in line and gobbling up all of the Elite Trainer boxes or all of the tins so they could turn around and flip it on Facebook for double the price. I know so many people were doing that. A lot of those people have left. A lot of the people that were using monitors and botting systems to completely wipe out pre-orders so that they could pre-order things for $120 on a booster box and turn around and sell it for $200. A lot of those places and a lot of those people have left because Pokemon has finally started to catch back up. There's a very interesting variable, right? The newest set that's coming out, Brilliant Stars, looks to be really, really good. This looks to be a Charizard themed set. I think as my count right now, there's 4 good looking Charizards in that set. A lot of good cards in that, not to mention all of the character cards and the character secret rares that are going to be in that set. We're going to see some stuff get pulled from VMAX Climax that is going to go into Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars is going to be a really good set. And people wonder, and I see people asking me in my comments, people asking me in my Discord. There's a link to the Collecting with Dr. Applesauce Discord, by the way, down in the link description below if you want to join up. Asking me, hey, do you think Brilliant Stars is going to bring back a lot of the craziness? Do you think Brilliant Stars is going to bring back a lot of the flippers and this, that, and the other? And the reality is I think yes. The Brilliant Stars, people are going to try and flip Brilliant Stars. It's going to happen. People are going to try and flip anything that's popular at the beginning. But as Brilliant Stars gets produced again and again and again, that's kind of going to kind of wane, right? So the answer to that is kind of yes and. Yes, I think people are going to try and gobble up Brilliant Stars to make a profit of it, but I don't think it's going to get back anywhere as bad as it was before. What happened at the end of 2020 and pretty much throughout 2021 was a very, very, very unique thing. This was a perfect storm, and we're going to get into why that happened, right? There was a few things that happened all at once that created this massive storm of hype, not only for Pokemon, but for Magic, for Funko, for a lot of other collectibles. I've talked to people who collect Barbies and people who collect die-cast cars and stuff like that. And things went crazy for everybody. So in the Pokemon collecting hobby, there's a few things that happened all at once, and people tend to want to blame Logan Paul. And this video is not about Logan Paul, but he does have a role in this. It's not all on Logan Paul. The reason things went crazy with the Pokemon collecting hobby is for several reasons. One, because Logan Paul opened a first edition base set booster box and brought a bunch of eyes to the hobby. And there's a bunch of things that have happened all at the same time. Logan Paul did that. What were we doing in 2021? We were in the middle of a pandemic. We were in the middle of tons of people were unemployed. Tons of people couldn't work. Tons of people were getting unemployment. Tons of people were getting extra financial, subsidization from the government. Tons of people couldn't go out and spend their money. People were stuck at home. So not only did some people have income coming in, but they also weren't spending the money that they would spend going out to see a movie or going out to have dinner. So we had extra income. So Logan Paul opened the box, brought a lot of eyes on it, plus people were stuck at home and bored, plus not everybody, a lot of people had excess income coming in, and all three of those things wrapped up into one, plus Champion's Path and Shining Fates and some popular sets coming out at the same time. All of those things put together made a perfect storm that just made Pokemon skyrocket to the moon and go crazy for a little while. So when people ask me, do you think Brilliant Stars is gonna make things go crazy? Like, what if Pokemon puts another set out that's super popular after Brilliant Stars? Do you think it's gonna get bad again? The answer is no, because the reason it got crazy, cuckoo, flipper land, neckbeards waiting in lines, taking everything away, pushing kids aside, dudes running up to Walmart with baskets, just shoveling everything, and there's videos out there on YouTube. I've showed y'all some of them, just dudes just shoveling everything in their bag. The reason that happened was because of those three reasons that I mentioned before, all happening at the same time, all creating this perfect storm of craziness that caused the Pokemon TCG to go bonkers. And now Logan Paul effect is kind of worn off already. A lot of people are working again. We don't all necessarily have just a bunch of extra money because, a lot of us can go out and go spend our money on other things again. And then Pokemon caught up, was able to catch up from all the lockdowns and is actually doing restocks. So all of the things that caused Pokemon to go crazy have started to kind of whittle away. And so I don't think that's going to happen again, because the likelihood of all of those variables coming together again is very, very small. So the Pokemon bubble has burst, and now is the time to buy things if you want them for your collection. If there's singles that you're wanting for your collection, singles are down across the board for the most part and cheaper than they've ever been to buy. If you're wanting to round out your base set collection, like I'm wanting to round out my base set binder. Base set cards are a lot cheaper than they were this time 1 year ago, this time 6-7 months ago. Slabbed cards are dirt cheap. I don't even think we've seen how cheap graded cards are going to get because PSA is still like a year behind. There's going to be some crazy stuff happened with graded cards. Now literally is the time that if you're wanting to pick things up for your personal collection to be able to have, or if you're wanting to pick up sealed product from newer sets to be able to hold on to for a while, to open later or to sell later to fund other things, now is the time to do it because things are super, super affordable. And I don't think that there is a huge likelihood that all of those specific scenarios and situations that happened in the past in 2020, I don't think there's much likelihood that's all going to happen again, because that's what it would take to skyrocket Pokemon to crazy heights all over again. Alrighty, my friends, I hope I earned your subscription today. I hope you check out some of these other videos. Lots of stuff I know you'll enjoy. If you haven't already, hit that subscription button and that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up because likes are free and they really do help. And like I always say, find somebody to love and serve today and be the change you want to see in the world. We'll see you next time.